Hello, friends. This is Sheila Conley, President of Resource Management, Inc., or RMI. Many of you know RMI is this neat little biosolids management company here in the Northeast, where we've been operating for more than 25 years. We are excited to talk with you and share information about this Shinchi dehumidification technology. And we want our peers, our partners, all of you to understand the benefits of this as we look at how to make better biosolids. Because who doesn't love better biosolids? RMI has managed dried biosolids in the past, but we found this Shinchi technology to be more attractive because it operates at significantly lower temperatures, uses far less energy, and best of all, makes a stable fertilizer product, all in a very cost-effective manner. To make a stable, dry, Class A product at 90% solids, one of my favorite sounds is dried product. And we like to think about how when you get that dried product into the spreader, farmers everywhere are going to be growing better crops. But before the farmer gets this good stuff, our friends at wastewater plants realize the significant benefits that truly make this technology a game changer. The benefits are simple. Stop hauling water. This should be our legacy. Keep water at the source. Don't truck it down the road when it can stay right there at the treatment plants. It's a clean and green step forward. In addition, you're going to reduce your trucking. For us, our company, we run trucks over roads and bridges every day. Now, instead of running 5 trucks, I can shrink that down to 1 truck. This is good for the environment. It makes sense for everybody. We've got to move in this direction. Energy efficiency. This is just makes common sense. You know, when you have a low heat technology with a slow moving belt, we just use a lot less energy, and everyone needs to conserve energy, and it's expensive. Why spend money on electricity if you don't need to? My big thing is having an EQ biosolids. If I can have an exceptional quality biosolids that I can put out in the market, it's stable, it's got really great fertilizer value. Because it's stable, the odors are minimal, if at all. In the materials we've been working with so far, there's no odor. It's really a great thing. And at the end of the day, with a 90% dried biosolids product, less is more. This is a case where farmers are really happy to have less material to spread on their fields, and that reduces soil compaction and makes for healthier soils and better crops. We are certain here at RMI that Shinchi dryers are the way of the future. This is the biosolids recycling technology that we really want communities to embrace. So in 2019, we began the process to import and install 2 Shinchi dehumidification units for pilot scale projects in both Hooksett, New Hampshire and Brattleboro, Vermont. We wanted to work with these early adopters because both of these treatment plants for the last 25, 30 years have been long-term innovators for managing the daily flush. At this point, I'd like to turn to my business partner, Charlie Hansen, who, as some of you may know, when he is not working at RMI, he is a farmer also, and his farm loves biosolids.
I'd like to introduce Ken Canati, the superintendent at the Hooksett wastewater treatment plant. So Ken, maybe you could start off by telling us a little bit about the Hooksett wastewater treatment facility.
We do about 700,000 gallons a day, small plant. We do not have primaries here. We're a completely secondary plant. We've also added a solar component recently. It's going to lower our electric bills by 80% is what they're telling us right now.
Ken, maybe you could tell us a little bit about what your thoughts were when you first got thrown into, wow, there's a big box in my truck loading bay.
I asked lots of questions of Charlie and Akram and the entire team. And we were running 3 truckloads a week to Merrimack. Now we fill 1 container for RMI, and it takes us 2 to 2.5 weeks to fill the container. So we've eliminated 7 runs with a truck to 1. That's a lot of water we're not hauling anymore.
And what do you think is the most important thing from a sludge management perspective?
It's a dry product now. It's an odorless product now when we leave out of here. Once it gets 85%, there's no odor to this material at all. So we get to that 90%. Now it's a Class A. We can farm apply it anywhere we need to. So it makes it a very lots of options for us to go with instead of just hauling to a landfill.
Are you going to consider this technology as part of the permanent solution?
Yes, we're definitely looking at this as the solution for what we need right now. The machine works. It's going to work into the future, and it's going to save dollars into the future. And I think all of us need to look at what the hauling costs are now and how much it's going to cost us more, with especially with PFAS involved in this as well.
So RMI has worked with our valued partners in this initiative, and we had a dryer installed at Brattleboro, Vermont, a client we've had for over 25 years, managing their biosolids in a land application program. Well, we concluded the Brattleboro pilot, went very well. We determined that we certainly would like to put a larger machine in there, and they actually would like to build a separate building to put all their drying into. So once we concluded that, we were approached by a town just north of Brattleboro, the town of Rockingham. The main municipal part is called the village of Bellows Falls. And Bellows Falls has a nice little plant, an RBC plant with anaerobic digestion. They've gone through a number of upgrades over the last 10 years. Chief operator there, Rob Wheeler, was very excited to add drying to a recently upgraded dewatering unit. So recently I had a good fortune of being actually in person down at Bellows Falls, where we got to catch up with Josh, the lab manager there, to talk a little bit about what the drying unit installed at Bellows Falls has meant for them. We successfully completed a pilot program with our longtime partner, Brattleboro, Vermont, at the end of last year. We also had friends up here in Bellows Falls who had been following, had seen the dryer operating in Brattleboro, and were very interested to see if we could bring that unit up here. So what we did is we put together a package, did the evaluation of the flow and the type of products they were making here, and put it all together. And within about 6 weeks, we actually had the dryer physically on site and installed and ready to go. And we've been making dried biosolids here for approximately 4.5 weeks.
My name is Josh Kemp. I've been here for 13 years. I have a grade 1 license and I have a grade 1 in laboratory. From beginning to start, we have RBC facility. We produce around 350 wet tons a year, anaerobically digested. And the service area we provide is town of Rockingham, Walpole, and North Walpole. Historically, we were going to Claremont, New Hampshire, and disposing of our sludge, and it was getting composted and reused. 2 years ago, they had a process stop in New Hampshire, and it caused us to go to Coventry, Vermont. And now our cost of our sludge disposal has tripled. With this Cincinchi dryer that we are now using, this will cut our costs quite a bit. I feel that the cost of bringing the sludge to landfills is going to be not only uncost effective, it's going to be odorous, and there's going to be other issues that are going to cause places to close down fast. The Cincinchi technology was pretty much a no-brainer. With the cost effectiveness of drying it, we're now filling 1 dumpster compared to 4 dumpsters in a week. The beneficial reuse of being able to use this drying product on farms is going to be 100% better than putting it in a landfill and wasting the opportunity to use the nitrogen. I think that the Cincinchi dryer is the way to go, and a lot of plants need to really consider having that process put in and have it looked at.
So thank you all for spending the time to learn a little bit more about the Cincinchi technology, the belt drying technology that we are employing here at Bellows Falls in Hooksett, New Hampshire. Please stick around because we will be available to answer any questions. And once the COVID-19 situation stabilizes, as soon as it does in both New Hampshire and Vermont, we will be resuming actual physical tours of the drying technology.